Hello again, but not from my front porch. I'm actually here in my office here at Waldinger, and I should actually probably be home because I think it's going on about 1 a.m. now. it's it's October 31st, or I guess it was October 31st because it's after midnight now, and so it's not October 31st anymore. It's November 1st, and I'm here in my office because I've been working away on my book, trying to get it all finished up. Because as you all know, the deadline was into the month, October 31st, and so I was scrambling to get that all done. I ran into a couple of snags, wasn't able to quite get it all wrapped up timely like I wanted to, so I inquired to see if I could get an extra day or so to work on some stuff, and they graciously gave me until Friday to get it done, which is double-edged sword. On one hand, that makes me feel better that I have a little more flexibility to be able to do some of the stuff that I was trying to do, but also there is a bit of danger because there was a lot of pressure on, and so I was pushing myself to get it done, and now that pressure is diminished a bit, and so I have to make sure I keep pushing myself to get it done and not just go, oh well, okay, phew, I got more time. Because part of the reason, one of the things, and in fact it just happened today, as I was thought I was finished with some areas, I was looking back through and I was realizing that I had a couple of chapters that were way out of bounds. One chapter in specific that was huge. It was massively long compared to other chapters, and I realized that that wasn't going to work. That the chapters all needed to be a little more uniform in length, and so I went back in and divided one of them up, and in the course of doing that decided that there was another chapter that was devoted to a certain thing that actually that wasn't enough content to devote to, but that there also were some other things that I hadn't included in my table of contents that probably should have been, and they were kind of related to it, so I redid that whole chapter, redefined what it was about. Basically, yeah, here I am supposed to be getting it all wrapped up and done, and I'm futzing around with the table of contents and changing up chapters, adding stuff in that wasn't even there before. It's like, what are you doing to yourself? But I am pleased with the changes. I'm pleased with the things that are working out, and so that's something. I am pleased though also that I have over here behind me. I have this plaque thing here that this arrived today. I want to show you this. This is really cool. This is a copy of the article that I wrote for TD Magazine that is about, it's the Taming the Whirlwind one, and this is all about, I don't know if you'll be able to see it down there, if you'll be able to see the plaque on this or not, but it's about the Waldinger Corporation's PEPM, which is project engineer, project coordinator. It's about the structure and the job training program that we developed here at Waldinger, and that was the first article that I did for TD Magazine. That just arrived today. We had it mounted on this metal. It's actually a metal back, and it's going to either get hung up in here or in the training room or maybe in the lobby. I don't know where we're going to wind up putting it, but it's going to be in one of those places because we're pretty proud of it. Not only because it was the launch of, or it was the first thing that went into print, that went into that was published about the structure and the job training program, but also because it does, as I said, talks about the success we've had with Waldinger's structure and the job training program. So anyway, was excited to get that in the mail today. Also, what came in the mail today, nope, not over there, over here on my desk. Oh, here we go. See, I got my lemon heads. That's the brain food. My coworker Sherry gave me those, but got these in the mail today as well. Got this book from Jack Phillips. This actually goes way back to when it was still ASTD. This is a 15-year-old book that Jack wrote about implementing on the job learning. Well, actually, I don't know that he wrote it as much as maybe he was editor of it. Yeah, in fact, it says here series editor. Yeah, because inside it's case studies. It's actually examples from literally around the globe of companies that were doing structured on the job training or that kind of stuff that he was documenting 15 years ago. Anyway, Jack sent me this because Jack is one of the people I interviewed for my book. Had great conversation with him, and he sent that to me. But he also sent me then this book too, which this is brand new this year, 2017. This book, the Business Case for Learning, is all about how important learning is to business. How it's not just an afterthought or something that's put on later on, that the success of a business and the success of its training program are intertwined, and so that's a brand new. But as he and I were talking, he mentioned things from both of those books, and so then he just send them on to me. That's what you do. As long as I'm plugging books, I might as well also plug this one back. I got this one here that another friend of mine who I interviewed for the book, Haleli Azaleh, she actually wrote this book, Employee Development on a Shoestring. And this is another ATD book that she wrote for them, and this is an excellent book because it's all about some of it actually is about structure on the job training as well, and so but it's about doing development that actually makes sense, that's efficient, that gets the job done in quick and efficient manner. So she's got some good things in there too, and so that's been really helpful to have these friends of mine who have already been doing books and be able to advise me and guide me through some of those things as well. So I'm excited to have those resources, not just the books, but the friends also. But anyway, I'm tired. It's time to go home and try to get a little bit of sleep. Tomorrow I have some training that I have to facilitate, and another training program that I'm working on developing. I got some meetings about that in the morning. And then come Thursday, I'm actually presenting a session at the, I think it's the 45th or 46th annual Iowa Governor's Safety Conference, or I think it has a longer name than that. But anyway, I'm facilitating, or I'm leading a session there that I fondly call Training Ain't Learning. And what I do is draw the distinction between getting trained to do something versus learning how to do something. And I think it'll be interesting. Now, I have to keep in mind that my target audience there are people that do safety stuff, safety training. It's a safety conference, and not an adult learning conference or things like that. So I'm trying to tone down some of my adult learning theory stuff, but really presenting what I feel I need to make that case that just because you train something to somebody doesn't mean they've learned it, and that's the main message being done there. So I have that coming up then Thursday as well. So yeah, in addition to trying to get the book thing all finished up, it seems my day job still wants me to be doing stuff. So I'll be getting all those things squared away and put in place too. So anyway, that's it. That's it for now. I thought, I'm going to check in for. Do you see the gravestone back there? That's one of the leftovers still from my 50th birthday. and this last couple weeks here, as I've been scrambling trying to get the book stuff done, I am feeling every bit of that 50. Oh man, I need to get going though, because there's no cot here for me to just lay down on. So I need to actually go home to lay down to go to sleep. All right, so I'm going to let you go, and hopefully I'll see you next time from my front porch, and I won't just still be here in my office writing my books.